Welcome back to Under the Helmet. Today we're telling the full story of Cameron Ward, the kid who kept throwing in the backyard, kept grinding when nobody was watching, and climbed all the way to the top of the draft. We'll walk his path step by step, where he came from, the schools he played for, the plays that changed his life, and the awards that followed. If you like honest football stories that focus on the person behind the helmet, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Now let's get into how Cameron got here. Cameron Ward was born July 11, 2002 in Fontana, California. Growing up, he was that kid with a ball, always throwing, watching games, and trying to copy the quarterbacks he admired.
You know, all reports that we get from the Titans people next door, he is the real deal.
Extra pressure is picked up and incomplete right at the first down marker. I know you think he'll be a starter, or at least play a whole lot for this Buccaneer defense, no matter who's healthy in that loaded secondary. On third down, Ward, former Miami Hurricane, can't find anybody. Floats one and incomplete. Bucky Irving is not playing, just resting here after the touchback out to the 35. So that ball reached the end zone. Cam Ward with great starting field position and wide open at the middle of the field is Calvin Ridley, who gets down inside the 40 of Tampa Bay. Ward fires and over. And completed to Ridley. On second down, Ward, and the catch made by Ridley. And good enough for a first down. Play clock down to 1 just in time, and the pass, almost intercepted by Josh Hayes. Third down 9. See if they bring a little extra heat on Ward. Just looked like that might be enough inside the 15. I
think they're trying to get a look and make sure that he is as good as they think he's going to be.
Ward floats one and perfectly timed to lock it. And a first down and goal to go for the Titans.
Anticipation. Potential #1 overall pick, wearing that #1 on his shirt right there, just as he did throughout his career at Miami. 2 years at Washington State, 2 years at Incarnate Word, and this final season, really productive one there in Coral Gables. 39 touchdown passes, just 7 interceptions, over 4,300 passing yards, and we'll get set to see him rip it around a little bit. There's Elijah Arroyo, Xavier Restrepo, see Damian Martinez a little bit as well, Rhett Lewis, Daniel Jeremiah, Bucky Brooks here with you from Los Angeles, Cam Wolf and Brian Baldinger with us from Coral Gables inside the Miami indoor facility there.
Family and early coaches remember a kid who stayed after practice, watched tape on weekends, and wanted to learn every little detail about the game. He wasn't the flashiest kid on the block, but he had a work habit that stuck. Those early reps built the base for everything that followed.
In terms of, the athleticism and, we mentioned, Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams, like where would you put Cam? More of an escape artist than a design QB run type of situation?
Yeah, I think he's more strong and elusive, just subtle athleticism, to use kind of an oxymoron there. But you're not going to see him ripping off, 50, 60-yard runs. That's not really what he does. But he can make you miss in a short area, and he can go get those free yards if you're going to give them to him.
I think it's a tool that's in the toolbox that he'll use if necessary, but he wants to win from the pocket. He wants to deal. He wants to throw it all over the yard. He is a gunslinger at heart, and it shows up in his play. Yeah,
and I think anytime you flip it on and you want to see him, try to get out of trouble if the pocket's breaking down, he does feel like he is always looking to throw it. Even when he's on the move out there, and has made some big plays in his career on the move, improvisational, and on designed rollouts. I mean, he can definitely let it rip that way.
You've got to take a better angle. You've got to run to the outside. You want to squeeze Cam and make him cut it back up.
Ward will again look to throw. He's got all kinds of time. Go to the end zone. Restrepo.
And Ward knew all the way. And he moved his head slightly to try to influence the safety.
Now they'll take Johnson and swing it out to him. Got a blocker in front of him in Restrepo. Great block. Johnson on his way. Ward play flake to Fletcher. He stays in the block. Going to the end zone. Arroyo, touchdown.
And there it is again, another 20-plus yard pass for a touchdown. This one to Elijah Arroyo. Little play action, good pickup by Fletcher, and Arroyo.
Ward to throw again. Restrepo over the middle to the 5, into the end zone.
We're going to get Restrepo working over top of a linebacker, and you see Restrepo just settle down. That is a well-run route, settling over the linebacker and underneath the safety.
Only 3 carries so far in this game. All those 3 in the first quarter. Now he's in motion. Ward will look to throw. Snaps it up to George. Inside the 10, inside the 5, and he'll score.
Martinez picks up. Cameron's high school days at Columbia High in Nampa, Idaho, are where the backyard work turned into real competition. He learned leadership, not by shouting, but by showing up. He showed up early for reps, trusted the process, and learned to finish throws when the heat was on.
Ward to the end zone, caught by George, touchdown Miami. There is a flag. I mean, one heck of a play going through his reads, and that ball is thrown.
They've been beating their opponents through 4 games. Again, the schedule, you can say what it is, but by an average of 52 to 10.
Play action set up perfectly. Arroyo glides in. Touchdown Miami. Cam Ward sold it. Wide open, right in the middle. And I mean, it was sold by Cam Ward. And the release by Arroyo. Ward steps up, tucks, runs, touchdown Miami.
His junior year in 2018 was the first big glimpse. He threw for 1,070 yards and 7 passing touchdowns, and he added 4 rushing touchdowns. In 2019, his senior year, he passed for over 1,000 yards again, led the team to a co-district championship, and earned first-team All-District, first-team All-Southern Brazoria County, and an honorable mention All-State. He finished his high school career with 17 total passing touchdowns.
Ward, Cooper, dashes to the outside, first down, out of bounds around the 5. That's a line, first and goal for UIW. Ball at the 4. Ward, Grimes, touchdown. second drive of the game for UIW.
Job on the perimeter also by big tight end number 3, Roger McCullough. You'll see here with the perimeter block. And then that's just stealing right there for this UIW offense. A great job by Taylor Grimes finishing that off and getting points on the board.
Ward takes the handoff. Wide open.
Now remember, Columbia ran a wing T offense that rarely featured the pass, which limited his exposure and left him an unranked 0-star recruit in the 2020 class. Despite that, he stood out in other ways. He was a 4-year starter and 4-year letterman in basketball, and finished his basketball career as Columbia High's all-time leading scorer with over 2,000 points. That two-sport background helped his hand-eye coordination and toughness on the football field. Cameron's college path wasn't a straight line. It was 3 stops: University of the Incarnate Word, Washington State, and the University of Miami. Each stop tested him differently and helped him grow. That journey shows adaptability, new systems, new teammates, and new expectations. And through it all, he kept improving.
Against a twist, Ward dancing. Pump fakes. Stiff arm. Backpedaling. Ward steps up. Tucks. Runs. Touchdown. Edge pressure. Ward ducks away. Spencer had him. Ward flips it to Williams.
At UIW, Cameron's production exploded. In the spring 2021 stretch, he threw for 2,260 yards and 24 touchdowns in just 6 games.
Left. Plenty of time. Running near the 10-yard line. Ward's going to take off. Diving! Touchdown, Cam Ward!
2nd and 8. Downfield in stride. He's got George. Touchdown, Canes.
Ward steps up. Tucks. Runs. Touchdown, Miami.
Cam Ward flags down, backpedals, extending the play, throws into the end zone. Caught! Isaiah Harden with a touchdown.
Then in 2021, he followed with a staggering 4,648 passing yards and 47 touchdowns over 13 games. That kind of output put him on the national map and earned him the Jerry Rice Award in 2020 as the most outstanding freshman in FCS football.
Back to front. Don't let him throw the football over your head. Don't give him a cheap one here at the end of the first.
Shut down the sideline. Sam Brown.
Ward to the end zone. Caught by George. Touchdown, Miami.
2nd and 7. They drop 8. And look at the time they give Cam Ward because of it. Back in the end zone. Look at that throw. Jacoby George.
Canes threatening to make it a one-possession game. Ward, a lot of room. He's going to run it. Cam Ward, open area. Touchdown, Miami. 24 yards on the run.
Blitz coming. They pick it up. Ward takes a shot down the sideline. In stride. He's got Restrepo. Touchdown.
Ward passing on 1st and 10. Looking downfield seam, and guess who? Mr. Reliable, Xavier Restrepo.
2nd and goal. Ward to the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Cam McCormick, his 9th year of college. Ward on 1st down. Look at how relaxed he is. Sam Brown into the end zone.
Martinez in the backfield. Restrepo in motion. Ward to the corner. Touchdown, Hurricanes. George.
Cranks it up, goes downfield, and gets it complete. Here goes Restrepo again, spinning his way. Kept his balance inside the 5.
And under 300 yards for the first time this season. Here comes a trick play and a throwback to Ward. This will help his numbers. A touchdown catch.
Ward, another one-on-one. Drops it over the shoulder of Isaiah Harton for the touchdown.
1st and goal. Ward on the slant. His 4th touchdown pass of the day.
Slant, end zone, touchdown. That easy. Isaiah Horton.
Fletcher motions.
Ward to throw. Ward, end zone, touchdown, Arroyo.
Ward to a wide open Horton, and Miami takes the lead.
Martinez, and then the flip out, and Arroyo gets into the end zone.
He left UIW holding school records for career passing yards and career passing touchdowns, proof he could lead an offense and sustain production week after week.
You think he'll be a starter, or at least play a whole lot for this Buccaneer defense, no matter who's healthy in that loaded secondary. On 3rd down, Ward, former Miami Hurricane, can't find anybody. Floats one and incomplete. Bucky Irving is not playing, just resting here after the touchback out to the 35. So that ball reached the end zone. Cam Ward with great starting field position and wide open at the middle of the field is Calvin Ridley, who gets down inside the 40 of Tampa Bay. Ward fires.
After UIW, Cameron moved to Washington State to test himself in the Pac-12. The competition was tougher and the speed was higher, but he answered. In 2022, he passed for 3,231 yards. In 2023, he broke out further with 3,732 passing yards and 25 passing touchdowns. And he added 13 rushing touchdowns that year.
3rd down, 9. See if they bring a little extra heat on Ward. And he throws, just looked like that might be enough inside the 15.
I think they're trying to get a look and make sure that he is as good as they think he's going to be.
Ward floats one and perfectly timed to lock it. And a 1st down and goal to go for the Titans.
Across his time at WSU, he started 25 games and threw for nearly 7,000 yards and 48 touchdowns in total. He also earned all Pac-12 honorable mention recognition for his 2023 play.
A lot of football left.
And Ward on the slant, Restrepo. And look at Restrepo work his way to midfield. Miami had a 2-touchdown lead, now trailing by 11 halfway through this 3rd quarter. Cam. Going up was George again.
Kamari Robinson.
Back to front. Don't let him throw the football over your head. Don't give him a cheap one here at the end of the 1st.
Shut down the sideline. Sam Brown.
Ward to the end zone.
2nd and 7. They drop 8. And look at the time they give Cam Ward because of it. Back in the end zone. Look at that throw. Jacoby George.
Canes threatening to make it a one-possession game. Ward, a lot of room. He's going to run it. Cam Ward, open area. Touchdown, Miami. 24 yards on the run.
Blitz coming. They pick it up. Ward takes a shot down the sideline. In stride. He's got Restrepo. Touchdown.
Ward passing on 1st and 10, looking downfield seam, and guess who? Mr. Reliable, Xavier Restrepo.
2nd and goal. Ward to the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Cam McCormick, his 9th year of college. Ward on 1st down. Look at how relaxed he is. Sam Brown into the end zone.
Martinez in the backfield. Restrepo in motion. Ward to the corner. Touchdown, Hurricanes. George.
Cranks it up, goes downfield, and gets it complete. Here goes Restrepo again, spinning his way. Kept his balance inside the 5.
And under 300 yards for the first time this season. Here comes a trick play and a throwback to Ward. This will help his numbers. A touchdown catch.
Ward, another one-on-one. Drops it over the shoulder of Isaiah Horton for the touchdown.
1st and goal. Ward on the slant. His 4th touchdown pass of the day.
Slant, end zone, touchdown. That easy. Isaiah Horton.
Fletcher motions. Ward to throw. Ward, end zone, touchdown, Arroyo.
Ward to a wide open Horton, and Miami takes the lead.
Martinez, and then the flip out, and Arroyo gets into the end zone.
Those seasons showed he could carry production to a higher level against stronger defenses and learn under new pressure. Washington State helped prove the tools were real.
Play action. Ward on 1st down. Keeping it alive and then checking down to Martinez, and Damian Martinez just floating ahead.
Texas A&M down the road. A lot of football left.
And Ward on the slant. Restrepo. And look at Restrepo work his way to midfield. Miami had a 2-touchdown lead, now trailing by 11 halfway through this 3rd quarter. Cam. Going up was George again.
Kamari Robinson, nothing he could do.
Quick to snap to the end zone. Touchdown, Xavier Restrepo. To try to make it just a field goal margin. Ward trying to. 2nd and 8. Downfield in stride. He's got George. Touchdown, Canes.
On the outside, they think this is just going to be a screen. Everybody starts to bite. No one is concerned about George on the outside running vertically down the field. And just a nice job putting touch under the ball, making it an easy catch.
Touchdown passes and another Miami lead. And stuff like that. Here goes Restrepo. Welcome to the record books. Your number 1. Most catches, most yards in the grand history of this program. And is under 3.5 to play. 3rd down, Ward downfield again. What a catch that time by Riley Williams.
There goes his number 1 target, Xavier Restrepo. He looks that way. Instead, it's up the seam. And in stride, he's got Elijah Arroyo. Oh, the tight end.
Cameron's final college stop was the University of Miami. He arrived ready to prove he could perform on a major conference stage. In 2024, he delivered 4,313 passing yards and 39 touchdowns, setting Miami single-season records for passing yards and passing touchdowns.
Four-man rush. Again, Restrepo. 1st down and more.
Floats out of the pocket. To the sideline to Restrepo, who gathers it in. Ward, another one-on-one. Drops it over the shoulder of Isaiah Harden for the touchdown. What a throw.
Coverage bust, it all goes hand in hand, but it starts with number one.
He wants to get this drive started with a long throw, and he finds Jacoby George. Spin move. First down. Seam shot. There's Jacoby George again.
Couple more times.
And they waste no time snapping it. Cam Ward looking downfield. Jacoby George breaks free. And they finally have a fourth down conversion. Sorely needed. And the Canes keep the drive alive, and George is hurt. Blitz coming. They pick it up. Ward takes a shot down the sideline. In stride. He's got Restrepo. Touchdown.
In the backfield, Restrepo in motion. Ward to the corner. Touchdown, Hurricanes. George.
That season earned him a pile of honors: a CC Player of the Year, ACC Offensive Player of the Year, First Team All-ACC, and Consensus First Team All-American recognition.
George with another fantastic grab. Ward with a clean pocket, gets it out to Arroyo. Got a first down inside the 30, pushed out at about the 27 by Devon. Ward still waiting. Touchdown, Miami. Ward gets it out on the receiver screen, and what a run. George, touchdown, Canes.
Ward scans, rolls, fires, caught along the sideline by Jacoby George.
He also took home major national awards in 2024, the Davey O'Brien Award and the Manning Award, and he was a Heisman Trophy finalist. On top of that, he was a Manning Award finalist, a Walter Camp Player of the Year finalist, and a Maxwell Award semifinalist. That 2024 year put him in the national conversation in a way people hadn't seen before.
Cam Ward with time to zing it across the middle for George. Up to the races and tripped up right near midfield. Quarterbacks in college football.
Across levels, Cameron left big marks. He holds UIW career records for passing yards and passing touchdowns. He set Miami single-season passing records. Across Division I, he ranked among the leaders in career passing touchdowns.
But he usually does it behind the line of scrimmage, not they're playing man if they stay back.
Bellamy blitzed off the edge, and Ward finds Restrepo. Up to the races. Restrepo to the goal line.
Under 5 to go first quarter. Ward pulls it back, has man coverage. Goes underneath to Jacoby George. And George dances out of bounds onto the sprinkled sideline after a gain of 19. Run on the first play. And now the seventh play of this drive. Off balance, lob into the end zone to Jacoby George for a 4-yard
Those milestones reflect more than flashes. They show durability, adaptability, and steady production across systems and competition levels.
Passing touchdown records coming out of the break as we start the second quarter. Blitz. Ward escapes it. Steps up and delivers a first down catch made by Elijah Arroyo. It goes for 26 yards. Pressure again. Ward steps up, looking across the field. Beautiful catch made by JoJo Trader. And he's into the end zone. 40 yards. Ward on the run to Trader. Against Clemson in the Cheez-It Bowl, his first opportunity. Cam Ward going deep. Post route. It is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Elijah Arroyo for 33 yards.
In this offense all day. Watson's the setback. Ward. Wow. Look at that ability. Now he just pushes
You gotta be kidding me.
He's caught by Watson.
Holy cow.
What a remarkable remarkable play on both ends.
Still a chance to at least get some numbers here at the end. And under 300 yards for the first time this season. Here comes a trick play and a throwback to Ward. This will help his numbers. A touchdown catch. And his 28th touchdown responsible for.
What turned talent into results wasn't just arm strength, it was habits. Cameron's film room work was relentless, studying reps, spotting small flaws, and testing fixes in practice.
Ron Roberts, one of the gritty veterans of coaching. Ward drifting back again, floats it complete, and into the end zone goes Cam McCormick, one of the great stories of college football. His 9th year playing the game, and he scores the opening touchdown for the Cane.
Exit pass, got him going deep. Got him! Touchdown Cougars! Kyle Williams.
So far in this game and on this drive.
Backpedaling, now stepping up. One man to beat. Ward down to the 1-yard line. Tackled by Zachman. And it's 1st and goal.
Again, not something they usually major in. Much more of a huddle team, but a lot quicker pace today.
Ward on 1st down. Look at how relaxed he is. Sam Brown into the end zone.
You're going to get chances to push the ball down the field.
He showed a little pressure on the corner, and he takes a shot down the field and finds Sam Brown.
Look at end zone. Kelly, a one-hand touchdown. 3rd touchdown of the game. Josh Kelly, have a night.
Ward down the middle, got it to Kelly. 1st down inside the 15.
Empty look on 2nd and 8. Ward's going to run it himself.
He sharpened his footwork, release, and timing. Coaches consistently pointed to his coachability and attention to detail. That grind translated into smarter reads and cleaner throws when the moment demanded it.
Inside the 10 and bumped from behind at about the 6-yard line. A gain of 19.
Came into his own in this stadium as a freshman against Clemson in the Cheez-It Bowl. His first opportunity. Cam Ward going deep. Post route. It is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Elijah Arroyo for 33 yards.
Kyle Williams on that catch, the 1st down play. Now up the middle, it's caught. Inside the 20, still driving. And inside the 10 goes Williams.
1st and 10 snap. Ward pats it, slings it, leaping. Ball 50-50. Josh Kelly wins it. Touchdown, Washington State. It's the 4th touchdown of the ball game. It's 28-0 pending the PAT. Early 2nd quarter.
Ward out of the shotgun. Open. Touchdown. Room service. Williams.
Play action. Ward down the seam. Has a man. It's caught. Donovan Allen across the 50 into Washington territory.
His path wasn't straight. There were tough losses, mechanical slumps, and big adjustments when he moved between programs. He faced the challenge of proving himself after being an unranked recruit coming out of high school and had to earn every rep.
Head coach Brian Callahan says that he's been trash-talking his own defense.
I'll be honest, I'm not used to calling plays to a quarterback who's usually still talking when I'm talking to him. And that's great. And so I asked him after practice, and I said, just help me out here.
Results followed. That resilience helped him climb draft boards.
for our CBS affiliate in Nashville. She's been at minicamp. What have you seen from Cam Ward, and how are his teammates, I guess, reacting to maybe being trash talked?
Yeah, and Amanda, I love it. You're like, he's a quarterback. Wow, it's something the Titans haven't had in a minute, at least a good one. So they're definitely hoped by him. But when Cameron Ward supposedly took a sack yesterday, Jeffrey Simmons let it be known. He was in his face. He said, "Get back to the huddle, rookie," yelling all sorts of obscenities in his ear. And Cameron Ward pretty much came right back at him. It did not faze him at all. I talked to one of the quarterbacks today. He said, "I actually loved seeing that out of the young rookie quarterback." He said, believe it or not, I hate to say this, he kind of has some similarities to a Joe Burrow.
Danny, when you were a rookie, were you trash talking the D there with the Giants?
I wasn't talking any trash. I was a fourth-round pick who was just trying to learn the playbook. Like, I was struggling to spit out the plays, and I think that's what Brian Callahan is alluding to when he says, I'm just impressed that he can hear me in his ear calling the play, and he can still be yapping at the defense when it's out there. Believe it or not, I think this is a great way for him to assert himself as a leader. Like, you have to be an alpha out there as the franchise quarterback, which he's already been christened. Everybody knows he's going to be the starter, and defenders are watching you almost as much or more than your own offensive teammates. They want to see what you're made of and what your makeup. And the most important thing that Cam Ward is just being true to who he is. Go back to watching him when he stepped on the campus at Miami, or when he was working in the offseason with the Shedeur Sanders and other quarterbacks. He was always chirping. He believes in his abilities, and it really is a great way to build team chemistry. Like, it's all fun, and it's in goodwill, and they're trying to test each other out, and there's a lot of smack talk because the competition out there is only a sliver of what he's going to get this season, and he's going to hear a lot worse than what his teammates are saying on opposing defenses, and I think he's going to give it back to everybody he sees this season on the field.
It seems like he's been like that since the beginning. I know as soon as he got drafted, he was already like sliding into the DMs of his teammates and those sorts of things. So like Kayla said, he has that moxie you want in a quarterback.
Let's take a wider look around that division, because there are some teams that are in transition right now. The Colts trying to figure out what to do at quarterback.
Heading into the 2025 draft, Cameron showed up prepared. He executed on pro day throws, handled interviews with clarity, and demonstrated he could explain reads and lead meetings.
About what might happen in a couple hours or hour and a half from now.
I've been dreaming about this since I was 6, so I want to go pro or something, whether it's football, baseball, basketball, but I'm ready for it, and I'm just excited to start the next chapter in my life.
I'm right here. Ready? Hey, Bishop. Can you sign this for so much? Can you sign this for him? Thank you. Number 1 pick. Thank you. Come on.
Yes, sir.
Gonna head over to the green room now. About 1 hour away.
Here.
They do got some good wings though. They had us waiting for about
Let me get one of those.
an hour and a half before I walked the red carpet, but they made up for it with the wings though. They got some good wings.
Get right in there.
My legs are sore. Did lunges the other day, my legs are sore.
Teams wanted a quarterback who could process, communicate, and lead, and Cameron proved he had the balance of on-field control and off-field communication they wanted.
This one ain't got no grip. It's not broken. Scoot back on.
Draft night turned years of quiet work into a loud new chapter. The Tennessee Titans selected Cameron Ward with the #1 overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft.
Man, it's about that time, man. Waiting since I was 6, man. God is good, man. God is good.
So the expected is now official. And Cam Ward comes out of the green room. His night was as quick as we thought it would be. And he is the first overall pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, becoming the third player from the University of Miami to be selected first overall in the common draft era.
Cam, you got a lot of #1s in your life. You started with one offer from Incarnate Word. You are now the...
Hearing your name called at the top is validation for every extra rep, every late-night film session, and every quiet rehab day. It's also the start of a new set of expectations, lead a franchise, and deliver results on a national stage.
We've seen you playing football, playing catch in the back all night long. You're staying loose. How ready are you to get to Tennessee and show them what you got?
Well, I'm ready. That's all I've been dreaming for. It was an opportunity to play in the National Football League, and they blessed me with it. So I'll make sure they get everything I got.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
The NFL is faster and sharper. The Titans gave him coaches, veteran teammates, and a development plan. Early focus was on staying focused, building chemistry with receivers, and mastering the pace of pro reads. He kept the same habits that got him this far. Show up, study, and fix small things. Those habits separate short careers from long ones. Cameron blends touch, timing, and accuracy with a calm personality that shows up in big moments. He's coachable and relentless in the film room.
Watching tape, you think you see it, but there is, I think that our Cam used the term, like, you got to be able to feel it a little bit when you're in person. And that is true. You see in live, throw the ball, it looks different. It's an important piece of the process just to confirm what you saw with the tape.
Yeah. And it goes beyond the pro day. You want to see them live in game action. So you can go down, walk around the sideline, see them in pregame, watch them from the press box to feel the energy and the pace on the football. So this is another opportunity for Cam to kind of put a big old check mark behind the arm talent, the velocity, zip, all of those things.
They're going to go out and up for Restrepo down the left sideline. Did he stay in? We'll give it to him. We'll give it to him. Couldn't see it. We'll give it to him. Benefit of the doubt.
We got to get down to the last few throws.
Yeah,
we got a couple more,
10.
and then I'm guessing he'll flip it.
Yeah.
He proved he can produce in different systems at different levels and under increasing pressure. That mix of on-field skill and off-field habits is why teams were willing to bet on him at the top.
I felt like it would be a long day with this matchup and knowing how well the Denver Broncos rushed the passer, and they beat him up. They sacked him 6 times. I think they hit him another 10 times. I mean, it was hard. It was a hard, long day for Cam Ward. But to your point, Joe, he made some nice throws. I mean, the kid is a natural thrower of the football. I love his confidence. And the thing I love about today's meeting for him in terms of experience, he got beat up, but he never wavered. He never blinked. He kept standing up, standing tall in the pocket and trying to deliver for his guys. And unfortunately, there were some plays where his experienced players kind of let him down.
His rise from a wing T high school offense that limited passing visibility to UIW, WSU, Miami, and then the NFL shows the value of fit, work, and patience. Cameron's story matters to kids practicing in driveways and to coaches who value development over hype. He's a reminder that the right path isn't always the straightest.
Be tough, and that's what today was.
Yeah, it was definitely a learning curve for Cam today, and I knew that it was going to be tough for him because I played for Vance Joseph. I knew the pressure that Vance loved to send out quarterbacks because he's a former quarterback.
Thanks for watching this deep dive on Cameron Ward, from Fontana to #1 overall. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future breakdowns. Drop a comment. What part of his journey stood out to you? What play should we break down next? Tell us who to cover. See you next time. Keep loving the game.